Hello, Barely Sapient here. Today I'm going to review Mortal Kombat 11 in all its glory, or lack thereof. Combat in Mortal Kombat 11 is as fast and furious as it ever was during any of the Mortal Kombats. The game has these in-fight cutscenes, action scenes I guess, and they are gory. This is part of the presentation of this game, and as you can see, it is as gory as it's ever been. That's great. There are a lot of characters in Mortal Kombat 11. A lot of them. The game's controls are quite responsive and fairly easy to learn. The heart of this game is combat, one-on-one combat specifically. These are your four main game modes. Conquer is mostly your single player, where you do your story mode, your different towers and tournaments against the computer. Fight is where you're going to go against either players at home in front of your PC, or online, or you can even pit AI against itself. That's kind of interesting. Customize is where you can customize your different characters and look at all of the things you've earned in game. Learn is where you can learn all the different moves and practice them for the game. So Conquer is most of your single player game modes. It has the story, it has the Towers of Time, also classic towers, and the crypt. Story mode has two parts. Gameplay for the story mode is mostly cutscenes, with a few battles sprinkled in. Fighting against the computer in the story mode is not that difficult. It's a great opportunity to learn some of the moves so that you can be better when you fight online or against your friends at home with a second controller. The first half of the story mode takes about an hour or so if you skip through the cutscenes, and that is how you unlock the character Frost. And that way you don't have to purchase that character as DLC. The story told in this game mode isn't all that great, but we're talking about Mortal Kombat here. It was never about the story anyway. The Towers of Time give you rewards for performance and completion. The Towers of Time is pretty much a classic gameplay mode for Mortal Kombat 11. It looks a lot like other games in the past. You basically just pick a fighter that you use and try to finish a tower, and it's you go through and fight a more difficult fighter each time, and you get rewards that you can use later on to level up your character. But this should look very, very familiar to anybody that's ever played any of the Mortal Kombats, and this is mostly single player. This is the crypt part of the game. This is where you can go and find items by unlocking chests, and sometimes you need to get through parts of the storyline to unlock other parts of the crypt. Sometimes you need to level up your character, that sort of thing. Personally, I find this kind of tedious and doesn't really add anything to the gameplay, as it's its own separate mode, and really kind of a time waster, if you will. But that's my take on it. One other annoying thing about the crypt is it's locked at 30 frames per second, and just does not as smooth as the rest of the game, really. Fight is your big online or multiplayer option. You have local, which you can actually play against another player at home. Say tournament with tournament options with the same thing at home. Online, of course, is where you can go online to fight other human players. And it's great, it's fun. One of the great things about Mortal Kombat has always been multiplayer, and this one is no different. It does require that you do 3 tutorial matches before you can do any online gameplay, and that I find a little bit annoying. It'll also make you do a compulsory benchmark to make sure your system does play it reasonably close to 60 frames per second as well. Playing online on Linux has been a bit of a struggle, as each of the matches that I have tried so far have desynchronized as soon as I enter the match. This would be after I've picked a player, the other player has picked a character, and we get in there and the fight starts and they're both desynchronized. Not sure what's going on, and I'm going to try it in Windows. But for now, both times that I've tried, the few times that I've tried anyway, it hasn't worked. This is what I'm talking about. The match is just about to begin. We're at the load screen, everything seems to be going fine. Pesky load screens, right? We start to fight, and then this happens. It freezes, says ending game, and the game session has desynchronized. So, that's where I'm at so far. In Windows, I had much better luck online. The first match that I picked, it allowed me to play through the whole match. If online play proved anything, is that I'm not very good at Mortal Kombat. And in this match, wow. This guy absolutely trounced me. And there's a brutality to prove it. At the end of the day, I think this game is most fun when played against another human opponent. I had a blast playing this against my wife. Both of us have played fighting games in the past. Now, Mortal Kombat has never been my favorite fighting game series, and it wasn't hers either. But the point is, we both had fun playing it against each other. And I think that is the best part of fighting games, is actually playing against human opponents. The fact that you can do it online pretty readily adds value to this type of game. And it is what will keep players coming back. And Mortal Kombat has continued to do that for decades now. And this is no different. All in all, Mortal Kombat 11 is a fun game, and if you like fighting games, you should try it out. Like and subscribe if you like the video, and comments are always welcome.